love. It's great love. It's great love proclaiming everyone coming to entreat you. I'm talking to all humanity about it. Even if you don't believe it. Let's talk about the great love of all mankind. If you can't talk about his love.
Shalom, welcome to Rabbi Rock. I am Rabbi Shaul Praver. We have the great pleasure of being with Bat Yor today, a distinguished author and scholar. And welcome. It's just a pleasure to have you here on the show.
Thank you. Thank you to have me.
You've written a book with a name called Eurabia, and that's a curious name. Can you tell us a little bit about what you were thinking when you named this book?
Well, Arabia was the name of a monthly review, which was published by the European Coordination of Association for Euro-Arab Cooperation. Yeah. And it was published in 3 cities, main cities, in Paris, in Geneva, and in London. And it is used until now. It is a name which is used until now to cover this wide range of political trends which is linked to the ideology of Arabia. So it is a name which existed already. I tell you all these details because there was some rumors that the word Arabia was racist. But in fact, it is just the definition of a political trend which is used by those who belong to this political trend. Like if you would say, you will call a communist someone who belongs to a communist movement.
I notice here that there is the crescent moon of representing Islam. But in the middle here, we have the star, the yellow star of Israel, Star of David, and it looks like it's in a vice being crushed. Is that your intent?
Yes, because Arabia is based on a Euro-Arab agreement and alliance, which concern, on one side, the economic agreements and economic and cultural development of the Arab world, but also on a political section which concern Israel. And this Euro-Arab alliance and partnership are linked by these 2 elements. One is economy and the other is political. And the Arab side, which is represented by the country of the Arab League, has made the economic development and interest of Europe in the Arab countries conditional to their respect and their obedience to the political demand of the Arab world. And those political demands were a different European policy than America in regard to the Middle East, henceforth the separation of the political separation of Europe and America in relation to Israel, and the recognition and support of Europe of the PLO. And this started, of course, in 1973. The support of the PLO, the support of Arafat as the only representative of the Palestinian people. And all those demands all those requests from the Arab world, the Europeans have accepted, as is evident from all the documents that I am publishing in this book.
Perhaps this could be the case here with Europe and Islam's infatuation with the destruction of Israel.
Well, certainly the Arab world was looking in that direction. This was the aim. However, the acts, the politics go into that direction, but the phraseology is different. But we know that also the extermination, the genocide of the Jews in Europe was never mentioned as a plan. It was called the final solution, and now we have another the same type of terminology, which is a just solution of the Palestinian problem, or a just peace. But we know that this justice is according to the jihadist interpretation of justice, which does not tolerate an independent Jewish state, but a dhimmi community. Hence, the vision is, for instance, the destruction of the state of Israel, either by the return of the so-called refugees in the state of Israel, or by the proposal of one state, which will mean the return of the Jews, of the Israeli, to the condition of dhimmitude. Since Israel represents the liberation of a dhimmi land from dhimmitude, and of a dhimmi people of dhimmitude. So if real peace will come, the Muslim will have to recognize the reality of dhimmitude, which until now they refuse to do. Once they recognize the reality of dhimmitude and the rehumanization of the Jewish people, then they can make peace with Israel.
Isn't there a danger also from the Arab perspective that in making this Euro-Arabic deal, confluence, conglomerate of culture, that the Arabic countries could be influenced by democracy, free press as well?
Yeah, but Europe is too weak to impose anything. I mean, this dialogue started in 1973. And what we have seen since then is the development of radicalism in the Islamic countries, in the Arab countries. Europe has obtained nothing from the dialogue, but instead it has imported this radicalism in its own midst. And now in Europe there is a threat from within, as the bombing in Madrid show it, and all the terrorist cells discovered in Europe have proved it. And also Europe is under the threat of a foreign threat, foreign danger. So they have the inside threat and the outside threat, and we don't see any westernization or democratization of the Arab state, not even of the Palestinians under Arafat. Well, now we have to hope with Mahmoud Abbas, but under Arafat, which was the puppet of the European Union, paid billions by the European Union, the terrorism and Islamica's activities against Israel went all the time. And although Europe condemned them, the propaganda in Europe that dehumanized Israel was so strong that in fact it was an encouragement to the terrorists to continue. And anyway, there is such a similarity between the EU policy and the Palestinian and Arab policy that you don't know if the terrorist organizations and Islamic radicalism against Israel is planified in Paris or is planified in Ramallah.